Hello, hello, welcome. I accidentally go live as I'm like trying to set up the camera here. So you're gonna get set up and ready to rock and roll with me. I am going to grab the mic because I don't even have the mic. So that's why it's so echoey. I'm back. Let's get mic'd up. All right, I see a couple of you joining live. Welcome. Make sure that you let me know you're here in the chat. I see you. This is abs workout with weights, Pilates style. So what we're doing today is taking traditional Pilates exercises and adding weight to them. So thinking all core, all abs here. All right, let's see. All right, angle looks good here. We're on a timed interval today for our workouts. Okay, give me a thumbs up that the mic connected here. I feel like this is such like a hot mess because that was a complete accident that I hit the live. Test, test, test. Looks like we're on. Okay, let's do this. So workout today, you're gonna need a mat and one dumbbell. I'm gonna recommend somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds. If you have a 10-pound, that might be a little heavy for some of the exercises, so you might drop it down. So keep a couple options nearby, and we're on intervals today. So every minute, we're gonna work for 40 seconds, we're gonna rest for 20, and we're gonna time it. So it's gonna be exactly 10 minutes, and I know I failed you in the last 10-minute ab live that we did, and I was like, I hit end, and it was at 16 minutes. So we're not gonna do that today, and I've got my timer set up right behind me so we stay on track. Because I am known to do that. All right, so our first exercise is going to be a Pilates roll down. So we're gonna grab a dumbbell. Also, don't forget to set your workout on your Apple Watch because we wanna get credit for that, whether you have a fitness tracker or not. I'm hitting play. We're gonna start that timer. Belly is gonna scoop in, legs are nice and straight. Here we go, we're rolling it down. You're gonna roll back with the weight at your chest, nice and controlled there. Tap the head. Push the arms up and bring it all the way back up and come into a nice forward stretch here over the toes. Ooh, that feels good. Weight pulls to your chest, control it down, tap the head, push it up, and let's bring it all the way back up. Bring it right into it. Okay, so if you're doing this exercise right, your leggings, your pants might get pulled down, your waistband is going to roll, and that is all okay. You need to do a little adjustment so your butt crack is not hanging out like mine just was. Go ahead and just lift your seat. Okay, we're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We've got that 20 seconds of rest. So our next exercise is going to be a single leg circle with a slight bend in the opposite knee. It's gonna look like this. One leg up, one leg slightly bent. You're trying to press your lower back into the mat as you circle the leg around. We're gonna go 20 seconds one direction, 20 seconds in the opposite direction, and here we go. Start to circle into your belly button first. Soften those elbows. Don't forget to breathe, friends. The lower you go, more challenging in your core to keep the low back pressed down. Go ahead and give me a reverse now for 20 seconds. Reverse is a little bit more challenging because you're moving away from your center. So that opposite side is gonna wanna lift off, and then pay attention to your weight. Keep it as steady as you can. And rest for 20 seconds, right? We're doing the same thing, repeating other leg. All right, watching that clock so we don't get off track, off our timer here. Keep the opposite knee slightly bent, extend the other leg up, push the weight up above your chest. You're gonna circle in and exhale, bring it up. Try to keep that lifted leg as straight as you can. Keep pressing the low back into the mat. And reverse. Weight is as still as possible. Low back is pressing down, so you're in control of that range of motion. The bigger the circles, the more challenge it is to keep that lower back in. If we keep the lower back in, that's a sign your lower abs are working. And we rest. Bring it on up to your seats. Okay, so we've got rolling like a ball to a teaser balance here. It's gonna look like this. Weights at your chest, you float your legs up. You're gonna roll your spine down, back up. We wanna try to find balance here. Advancement is to push the arms and legs straight up into that teaser balance. Here we go, roll it back and up. Control in that reach, that's an advancement, remember. Rolling it back and up, use your exhales. When extending the legs, if you start to feel your hip flexors, just keep the range of motion a little bit smaller if it feels like you're taking over there. Yes, we're strengthening our hip flexors when we do core work, but we don't want to feel it taking over. We've got 5 seconds. And we're going to rest for 20 seconds. Ooh, great job. Okay, so next we're moving into a side plank. So you're gonna hold the arm, the weight up overhead here, pushing to the ceiling, and then your bottom knee is down. Your bottom leg is gonna stretch out and tap back in, just like that. Here we go, 40 seconds out and back in. Keep pushing the weight to the ceiling, push into the floor, and remember, it's just a tap down, it's not a rest, okay? So keep pushing the floor away and keep stepping out and in. Pushing into the floor, lifting into your bottom oblique. Good work, almost there. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest for the 20, and we're gonna go right into the other side. Oh, now that I can see the camera better from this angle, I realize my mat is offset. It drives me bonkers. We all have those little like OCD tendencies, right? Okay, we're halfway through here. Other side, extend the top leg, top arm, reach it up, and then you're gonna tuck your bottom leg behind your top leg and tap it down. Press it out, tap it down. Push into the mat, try not to let that bottom rib drop. That's the big difference there, and getting those obliques to fire here. If this is really hurting your wrist, you could always go down to your elbow as well. I forgot to mention that on the first side, but always an adjustment if your wrist just can't handle the pressure. So I know it's a lot, but we're only here one time, no repeats. And this is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Take a seat. Next movement is a double knee stretch. You're gonna bring it down, come into a nice crunch here, holding the weight above your chest. You're gonna push the weight up and extend the legs out. Like a hollow hold there, and tuck it back in, right? Here we go, 40 seconds, open on the exhales. Tuck back in. And if at any point of time your neck starts to strain, that can be a sign that you're not working your abdominals enough and your neck is trying to get you that curl up. Remember, in Pilates, we're always trying to lift the chest from those upper abs and not tucking the neck aggressively. So be mindful of where your head is at, but if your neck is just screaming, set the head down, keep the low back, again, pressed into the mat, using the strength of your core, and then lift your head back up when you're ready, but we're already there to that 40 seconds and we rest it back. The good news is we get to keep the head down on the next one. It's a scissors. It looks like this. That weight goes straight up, the legs go straight up, and all you're doing is scissor kicking your legs here. 40 seconds, keeping that low back in, and we begin in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, hello hamstrings. Those are tight. Try not to move the weight to the legs. Try to move the legs to the weight. Again, keeping the weight as still as possible. Keeping those abdominals contracted. Try not to let the back, the pelvis, anything wiggle around. the quicker you move your legs, the more challenge it is to stabilize everything else. And that's gonna come from your abs. Ooh, 10 seconds. 2 more exercises to go. Rest in 3, 2, 1. Knees tuck in. Pay attention here as I demonstrate the double leg lower lift. Your weight's going at the base of your skull. You come into that chest lift. Legs go up, and we're doing a lower and a lift. Now again, which kind of nice, if your neck is stressing, you can just set your head down and press your hands into the floor and take those legs up and down here. And that's gonna keep those upper abs turned on. Here we go, down and up. Find that variation that works for you. I'll encourage you to start with your head up, and if the neck starts to stress, just set the head down. Keep it going. Breathe. Exhale on those lifts. You got this. We're almost there. 15 seconds. I'm watching that clock, not messing up this one. Remember, this workout's part of our 10-minute weighted abs challenge. It is day 2. Keep working for 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. We're coming up to our seat for our last one. It's a classic Russian twist. We know this one. Legs float up for more challenge, rotating side to side. Feet are down for beginner variation. Okay, we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoop those abs and take it side to side. Whew. So if you're not part of that 7-day, 10-minute weighted Pilates abs challenge yet, go ahead and tap on the video description below and download that free workout calendar. And also, just a reminder, I have super chats, super things turned on. All my challenges are available to you completely free. So if you are loving all of these Pilates challenges, please let me know. Is sending me a small donation, because it will go straight back into creating bigger and better challenges for you. This is 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Oh my goodness, 10-minute weighted Pilates abs, timed intervals. You crushed it. Day 2. I'll see you later. And there's that timer. I kept us honest.